respected former Secretary of the Government of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Gopal Krishna Garu, honorable members who are going to be felicitated on behalf of this World Journalist Day, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. On behalf of the Sports Coaching Foundation, on behalf of Sai Baba, and on my personal behalf, being the former advisor of government of Andhra Pradesh as Sports and Physical Education, let me have the pleasure of welcoming you all into our midst with a thundering clapping being given by all of us. I wholeheartedly on your behalf acknowledge my sincere appreciation for Mr. Sai Baba, who was a Ranji player for himself, who left the job for the sake of sports and doing a fantastic job which has to be appreciated by everyone who has assembled here. We wish you all good luck and we are extremely happy to be with you this evening. Every paper has a sports column, whether it may be Telugu paper or English paper or Tamil paper. 2 pages are left only for sports, which are earmarked for sports in the whole world itself, not only India. It is you who propagate the sports through your journalism. And today, we are fortunate that we are celebrating the women sport journalist on the occasion of World Sports. If you look at the women in the world, men domination world, this is whether you like it or not, I wholeheartedly say, though my wife dominates in the house, though my daughter-in-law dominates my son in the house, but to tell you honestly, the men dominating world everywhere. That's why in the reservation also, though equal population is there in India, 33% reservation is only there, not 50% reservation. So keeping all these things aside, in every word of woman, there is a man. W-O-M-A-N, woman. W-O, if you remove, there is a man. In every woman, there is a man. But the slogan says, behind the success of every man, there is a woman. So in all of us, you are there with us. We remember you, your commitment to society. Without you, there is no society. And without journalism, there is no sport. This is what I feel. With this opinion of mine, I once again express my welcome words to all of you and appreciate Sai Baba for this excellent venture of making us to be together this fine evening. Thank you.
At the outset, let me once again welcome all the women sports journalists, along with them the men sports journalists. Today, we need to actually remember that very slowly but definitely women are dominating the sports scene. Just take an example of Hyderabad. You find Sania, you find Saina, you find Sindhu. So all 3 S's are dominating one sport. So you are slowly finding that more and more women are coming, and some of them are even willing to take it as a regular lifestyle and also regular avocation in life. So this is a very, very welcome thing. But more importantly, I think the way in which women look at the game and how they would like to portray it is very important. Because women have a different perception of life and men have a different perception of life. It's only a combination of both these things that we really get the correct 360-degree view of what sport ought to be and what it is today. And very important, I would think, is that women journalists have to enthuse more and more women to come and take up sports. Also at the same time, the finer aspects as to how it develops the personality of the people also has to be developed. That is where I think one important thing all journalists do is, 1, create awareness, create knowledge, create attitude, which leads to practice. Awareness, knowledge, attitude and practice. This, I think, is a fundamental requirement of every journalist when he or she is writing. Also at the same time, their duty is to encourage, to enthuse, and also enable and finally empower people to be able to do what they want to do. So this is a very important way of looking at it. And also at the same time, they have to make things interesting so that people take interest. How to make things which is commonplace interesting is really the journalist's skill. How do you actually make things come alive? Let people know that this is something which is very good. How do you do it is really a skill. And that skill calls for, I would put it like this, the attention you pay to the game, the concentration with which you observe the game, the memorization of the names and the players who are playing the game, and the pattern in which that game is played is extremely important for all of you. That is why we say attention must lead to concentration. Concentration must lead to observation. Observation must lead to memorization. Memorization must lead to imagination. And imagination must lead to focus. And focus must lead to the definite decision as to how you will portray the game, how you will portray it, so that people will remember long after. So this is a very, very important way in which journalists ought to look at this particular thing. And that is why all journalists have to be very clear about one thing, the ABC of journalism. Accuracy of what you are reporting, brevity of what you are reporting, clarity of what you are reporting. Accuracy, brevity and clarity. At the same time, it should be simple, it should be lucid, it should be euphonious. Three qualities every journalist must bring to bear when they are writing something. Because the journalist has very little scope in terms of space. So in a short space, he must actually convey things much beautifully. And that is where the skill of the journalist comes in. And that is where the attention and concentration comes into play. The other very important thing I will look at is that a snapshot. What are you doing? Entire game is played for 90 minutes, you are giving a snapshot of it. And that snapshot must capture the entire meaning of that game in just 2 or 3 sentences. And that must be something which people are able to remember. And that is why the caption that you give, the item that you are actually highlighting, that has to be excellent. So that is where you need to think twice, thrice before you give it, so that in one word you are actually able to capture what you wish to say. And that is why we say a caption is catching the moment and defining the shot. Catching the moment and defining the shot. This is a very important thing for us. Also, when it comes to this, you have to, no one else can judge you. Yourself, you have to judge. That is where you say, excel yourself. Judge yourself, that if you were to read it, how would you feel about it? This, I think, is very, very important. And therefore, capture the essence of the game, capture the essence of the player, and capture the environment which you should create, so that people appreciate it. And in the vernacular, make it as simple as possible. Manamandaru antuntam anamata. చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పాలి అంటే సామెత ఎంత సింపుల్గా ఉంటుందో అంత సింపుల్గా మనం రాయాలన్నమాట. అంత సింపుల్గా రాస్తేనే అది అందరికీ కూడా నచ్చుతుంది. ఇది మనం చాలా ముఖ్యంగా గమనించవలసినటువంటి విషయం. పర్టికులర్లీ తెలుగులో రాసేవాళ్ళు తెలుగు తేట అన్నట్ల తేటగా రాయాలన్నమాట. అట్లా రాస్తేనే బాగా అబ్బుతుంది, అందరికీ కూడా సంతోషంగా ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. నాకు చాలా సంతోషం, ఎందుకంటే చాలా మందికి తెలియదు. మీరు ఆట ఆడకపోయినా కూడా ఆటని చూసిన తర్వాత ఆట మీద శ్రద్ధ వచ్చేలాగా, మక్కువ వచ్చేలాగా మీరు చేస్తారు కనుక మీరు చాలా ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి పాత్ర వహిస్తున్నారన్నమాట. ఆ పాత్రను మీరు జయప్రదం చేయాలి అంటే మీరు ఏ విధంగా రాస్తున్నారో అది చాలా ముఖ్యమన్నమాట. అందుకని మనం అంటాం భాష భావ పల్లకి, భాష భావ పల్లకి. సో ఆ భావాన్ని ఏ విధంగా మీరు చేస్తున్నారో, ఆ పల్లకిని ఎంత నగిశీలతో తయారు చేస్తున్నారో దాని మీదనే ఆధారపడి ఉంటుంది అన్న విషయం చెప్తూ, సాయిబాబా గారు నాకు సదవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు వారికి, ఆ స్పోర్ట్స్ కోచింగ్ ఫౌండేషన్ వారికి, ఇచ్చేసినటువంటి మీరందరికీ కూడా చిన్న ఎత్తున వారు మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ సత్కరిస్తున్నారు అంటే గేమ్స్ తరపున మిమ్మల్ని సత్కరిస్తున్నారు అన్నట్ల ఈ సత్కారం అన్నది మీకు ఇంకా ఉత్సాహం కలిగించేటట్లు ఉండి ఆ ఉత్సాహమే మీకు ప్రోత్సాహంగా ఉండి అదే మీకు జీవనధారగా ఉండి మీ కలంలో ఉన్నటువంటి జీవనధార కూడా అలాగే కదిలిపోతూ ఉండాలి అంటూ చెప్తున్నాను. అది చాలా ముఖ్యంగా మీరు గమనించవలసింది. మీరందరూ కూడా ఇంకా బాగా ఇంకా చక్కగా చేస్తూ ఇంకా 10 మందికి ఆనందం కలిగించేవారు అవుతారు కాబట్టి, ఆనంద స్ఫూర్తిదాయకం చేసిన వాళ్ళు అవుతారు కాబట్టి మీకు అందరినీ కూడా ఏదో చిరు సత్కారం చేసినా ఆ సత్కారం వల్ల మీరు ఇంకా ఎక్కువగా మేము చేయగలుగుతాం అన్నటువంటి భావన మీలో రావాలని కోరుకుంటూ సాయిబాబాకు మరొకసారి నాకు ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు వారికి నా యొక్క కృతజ్ఞతలు.
in sports journalism from Delhi University. That's several years ago, at least about 25 years ago. The rules of journalism are the same. What Sir was elucidating was very right. But I don't think the job of a sports journalist is limited only to covering the sports itself, but the larger framework in which sports happens. That is very important. In fact, even today, with so many schools not having playgrounds, the living areas where we are residing, not having the spaces for children to be able to play and discover themselves, and children having been restricted into homes, that is a very important issue I think that we need to tackle. And the mindset of parents, very good that we have a Sania Mirza here, we have a Saina Nehwal here, we have a Sindhu here, And because of them, the kind of culture that's come in, I saw immediately there was such a spurt in the number of children who are wanting to be getting into that sport and full time. In fact, whether it's a Koneru Hampi who was doing chess, all those people have been icons, and luckily for us, we have had those icons who were able to create that. But the issue is for us, I think, as concerned as journalists, is that sports is something certainly contributes to holistic development of personality. It's not just one individual pursuit of excellence. It brings in so many things along with it that it is very important for us to all not neglect sport, not just as an area for us to cover in journalism, and very, very important that we also look at the policies which the government has in the context of being able to encourage sport. And that is something that, again, I think every time some big sporting event happens, we wake up to the idea of what kind of infrastructure we have and what respect we have for it and how much we think it is important in our lives. Unfortunately, very, very underreported that aspect of sport, but I think increasingly whether I should say thanks to the big scandals that have happened in sport, that has also right now got attention. But sports as a career, I remember my husband also happens to be a journalist, and he is a very, very someone who is very, very passionate about sport, in fact, and wanted to be a sports journalist. We as journalists tend to be generalists most of the time. Maybe IAS officers also wear the same cap, that we cover from politics to glamour to the field of sport. But that's something that uniformly excites everyone and uniformly brings in that enthusiasm and that thing. But to be able to apply the same principles, which Sir was very clearly mentioning about being able to engage our audiences, to be able to bring that enthusiasm and participation in whatever the sport, and also being able to reflect on what really needs to be done in the larger context so that we become a sports-loving country, not just of a few icons, but of being able to play sport for the sake of enjoying sport and for what it gives to us in our life, to improve our personalities, to improve our life and improve our outlook towards life. I think that is the bottom line for me, and that's why I think sports is very, very important. While we need the stars to be able to give that inspiration, I think as a sporting culture we need in the country, in our lives, so that we are more happy individuals, more healthy individuals. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Many, many congratulations to you for making all this happen and being an encouragement to several youngsters as well.
I'll talk about the Sports Coaching Foundation, which is organizing this. I'm Sai Baba. I think most of the people know that. You also visited our place. How it started, 1991, when municipal scheme came. I was a banker as a cricketer, I was working in a bank myself, Sivla Yadav, in sports quota we joined. I was attracted to that beautiful scheme. They want to promote big way in sports in Hyderabad city in 1991 when Mr. Jannatul Sen was senior IAS officer, was a municipal commissioner, and T.R. Prasad was a principal secretary. And I was attracted. They called me, then the place we have selected, we have to give 50% of children free of fees we should not take. And there's a non-profit organization I started, the Sports Coaching Foundation, with 3 children at near Masap Tank, which is the most sensitive place where a lot of slum area, it is the First Lancer, Pochama Basti, Chaku Nagar, and Ovaisipura. Education persons are less. We have selected that place where it is very difficult to conduct anything. In a public place, it is very difficult. But thanks to bureaucrats, it's basically bureaucrats baby. They encouraged me from the inception, given some donations. The non-profit organization started with me. I was also, afterwards I taken VRS and helped by my wife, because I'm very grateful to my wife because she's encouraged all these years. I taken VRS after working for 22 years in the bank. Now it is a Sports Coaching Foundation, a small organization. From there, the slum area, 3 children are playing for the country. 1 girl playing for the senior cricket for India for the last 3 years, Archana Das. She took 10 years coaching. She's a daughter of a small-time vendor, and now she's working for a Western Railway. She's our product. She's playing for the country. And 2 boys now going to Chile in a football. They're all slum children. Now FIFA is sponsoring them. It is such a wonderful place, very small place, very, very small place. 1 acre, 20 cents land. We put 3,000 lorries of mud. It's a drainage. Unparalleled work done there. Only thanks to police department, bureaucrats, Chinnaparediga, like that few people. Still, politically, it was it's all sensitive place, and drug addiction is there. Still, drug addiction is there. Police support is there. Otherwise, we cannot stand there. And we are proud to have a first floodlight project in the country. private sector. In 1994, APSCB itself donated us. It's costing now, if you start with 1 crore of rupees. That like corporations, they promoted us. Some senior IAS officers, they liked our work. Myself, my wife started there. And we have a income tax exemption. It's a non-profit organization. Also, we have a FCRA that the Government of India Home Ministry has given, but no much donations because government is supporting, government organizations are supporting, but not from big corporations like that. Because last 18 years we have a FCRA, not a single pie came to our account. We are having 600 children are taking coaching there, and 35 coaches are there in basketball and different games, cricket, of course, I'm a cricketer. And everybody is paid there, we have expenditure. Only 20% they pay the fees, remaining 80% totally free there because of their less privileged children, they can't afford. We are running from last 23 years like that without corpus fund. Thanks to bureaucrats only again. Whenever we need funds, little funds, they are helping through APIAC and other areas. We request corporates also should come to risk of the foundations because we also having a one beautiful scheme that is Build India.